EV, oo, alam na namin yan, matulin yan, low maintenance, at matipid sa gas. Kaya lang, ang mahal pa ng presyo. Tsaka, saan ka magpapacharge niya kapag long drive? Later na lang siguro, kapag kamura na. Whenever a new technology is being introduced, common buyers tend to have a wait-and-see attitude. And that's understandable. With our hard-earned money, we want to make sure of our purchases. But let me ask, bago pa ba ang EV? Everybody knows what an EV is. In fact, many other countries have already transitioned to EVs long time ago. Tayo lang naman ang napapag-iwanan. Second, mahal pa ba? Guys, this is the BYD Atto 3, compact SUV full EV, starting at only 1,598,000 Philippine pesos. That's just around the price of a regular gas SUV. Third, range and charging. This premium model behind me has a range of 480 kilometers. And the number of charging stations within Metro Manila and outside Metro Manila is growing. In fact, there is an application called EVRO that will help you look for a charging station. So, what do you think? Wait and see pa rin ba tayo or it's time to transition? Let's get into the details. Okay, let's start with the dimensions. For the length, it's at 4,455 millimeters. The width is 1,875 millimeters. The height is 1,615 millimeters. Just to give you an idea, this is bigger than the Mitsubishi X-Force na nireview lang natin a few days ago, but smaller than the RAV4 and the Honda CR-V. When it comes to the wheelbase, 2,720 millimeters itong BYD Atto 3. It has the longest wheelbase. Now, parang I want to compare to the RAV4 and CR-V, pero the dimensions is closer to the Toyota Corolla Cross. The G variant HEV of the Corolla Cross is priced at 1,498,000 Philippine pesos, which is really close then to the price of the dynamic version of the BYD Atto 3, which is priced at 1,598,000 Philippine pesos. 100,000 lang difference nila. But then again, the Corolla Cross hybrid. The Atto 3 is a full EV. When it comes to the ground clearance, medyo mababa nga lang itong BYD Atto 3 at 150 millimeters. And the curb weight for the premium is 1,750 kilograms and the dynamic is at 1,680 kilograms. Okay, let's look at the front fascia. Kanina ko pa siya tinitingnan eh. In my opinion, parang, hindi siya yung typical na EV. Very subtle lang yung design niya. It's not too loud, not too busy. Mukha lang siyang regular na SUV on the road, right? Which I think I like it. Na ganun siya. Now, tinitingnan ko yung mga design cues niya, parang ang na-imagine ko dito, parang may wind flow. So parang, when it starts to move, the wind hits here and the wind flows to the sides. And etong mga lines niya dito. Yung line ng headlight, ng bumper, tsaka itong sa hood, and yung air diffuser dito. And then down here, you have your sonar sensors, 1, 2, and then here, your radar. The Atto 3 has two variants, the dynamic and the premium. This one right here, the color blue, is the premium, and this one is priced at 1,798,000 Philippine pesos. This premium variant has adaptive LED headlamps with auto on and off and manual height adjustment. Here at the back, it's clean and elegant. There's a horizontal line across the width of the car connecting the rear combination lamps. Okay, when it comes to the powertrain, the BYD Atto 3 is front-wheel drive. As you can see, nandito yung motor niya, right? And the motor type, they call it permanent magnet synchronous motor. And it is capable of producing a maximum power of 204 PS and 310 Newton meters of torque. So you can just imagine with a torque of 310 Newton meters, tapos the weight of the car is only 1,750 for the premium, you can just imagine how fast this car can accelerate. Okay, and on paper it says here that from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, it will only take 7.3 seconds. That's fast for, a daily regular car. Disc brakes on all four wheels, two-tone alloy mags, size 215, 55, 18. 360 camera. 360 camera on the side mirror, and there's paddle lamp. So this is the key fob lock. Pop, there you go, and then unlock. Okay. And for the tailgate, you have to press twice. There you go. It's not automatic tailgate, so nag-unlock lang siya. Ayan. Okay. And then the fourth button is for to remote start. And then on the side is the physical key. You just need to press this. Ayan. Here at the door handle, there's also the lock and unlock button. Tara, pasok tayo sa loob. Very nice interior. Wow, look at that. You have sunroof, black headliner. Here at the door panel, the first part that will really catch your attention is this one. This is not really new to me kasi nakita ko na to sa GAC MQ. May pagkaganito yung design niya. Alright? So, diba, parang they reinvented the lock. For how many decades we've been seeing cars having the usual lock na hinihila mo lang. And this one, they made it kinda parang rotary. Diba? Tapos hihilain mo from the top. At the same time, itinago na rin nila dito yung speakers. Here you have leather. Tapos dito, parang leather din siya na suede. I'm not really sure of the material. And this one, I thought kanina from a distance is some kind of fabric. Pero plastic pala siya. Pero look at the texture. Nice. Okay, and then again, this unique and because you're unique and kind of weird na design, very futuristic. Ayan yung handle niya, and there's your controls for the power windows and power side mirror. Down here, akala ko naiwan ng anak ko yung ukulele niya. Ayan oh. You can actually play some sound. So, kakaiba yung design. Mukha siyang electric guitar. Look at this mga connectors dito. Chrome plated na mga parang rivets that connects to the speaker. And, it looks like yung part ng guitar, ng ukulele kasi it's small, di ba? Okay then, in terms of functionality, I guess if you're gonna store something na kind of thick, na lalagpas dito sa plastic, pwede pa rin i-hold dito ng etong rubber stretchable strings na to. I like the combination of the blue leather here, and then pagdating dito naman sa upuan sa upholstery, the blue leather and the red stitching and the red lining here, the perforated cream white color ng leather. Maganda, parang medyo na-refresh yung paningin ko after all the reviews that we've been doing. So siya parang hindi siya yung typical na very executive yung leather na dark black or dark gray, tapos panay dark lang yung mga combinations. This one, soft touch leather, and the combination of the color, medyo casual na light lang yung dating niya. And then the shape of the neck here makes it look sporty, diba? Mukha siyang yung mga pang sports na car seat, like yung Bride and ano pa ba yung isang brand na popular. And then, look at that panoramic sunroof. Nice. Auto-adjust power seats. And the steering column, the steering wheel can be adjusted. Tilt and telescopic. And here at the front passenger, manual adjust nga lang siya. Right? So, manual forward, manual, ganyan. And recline. aside, going to the dashboard, umpisa natin dito. They reinvented the design. Kakaiba talaga yung mga ginawa nila dito. They reinvented the aircon vent. Very huge. Mapapansin mo, kanina actually hindi ko naisip agad na aircon vent to. So, yeah, you can move it this way and then you can open and close using this. Parang laruan no? Look at that. And then up here, you have this dark aluminum finish. And then onto the dashboard, ang ganda, very premium. This is leather, dark blue, same leather as this one. Sa steering wheel. And then dito sa door handle that I showed you a while ago. Very clean, very simple. Look at that. Eto, I want to say this. Iniisip ko pa to kanina pa kung sasabihin ko ba. Pero baka weird lang yung imagination ko or maybe I just need a vacation. Pero honestly, nung nakita ko tong design flow na to and that color plus yung sinasabi kong parang wind flow design ng front niya, parang this one is calling me to go to the beach. Ang nakikita ko dito parang seashore, parang ocean, parang dumadaloy dito coming towards me yung alon and I'm on the sand right here. It's really calling me to go to the beach. Honestly, this reminds me of my sister. Mahilig pumunta sa beach. Sa tingin ko, hindi pwede sa kanyang kotse to. If she will own this car, baka every weekend, she will drive to the beach. And then you have this large infotainment display. Mukha siyang iPad na floating. I like it. There are a lot of applications here, settings that you can play with. Maubos ang buong araw natin kung ipapakita ko sa inyo lahat. So, just the important things. You have wireless Apple CarPlay. Ayan, meron kang navigation. Meron ka ring wireless Android Auto. There's a BYD assistant. Maybe there's a voice command there. And then vehicle image. Ayan, pwede ka magpalit-palit. Like that. Different views. Wow. Okay. So, this is already quite common already. Even yung niligay kong aftermarket head unit for my Subaru, meron na rin siyang mga ganyang features. What else? Ayan, may naka-install na siyang Spotify. May smart charging, and there's a lot of other settings. So, the first time I saw that, yung Spotify, I asked the same question that you probably are asking right now, kung pwede pa bang mag-install ng ibang application. No. Yan na yun. Alright? So, ayan, music. This is for your navigation. Nice. Ang ganda, malinaw. Very clear. What kind of application is this? I am not sure. It doesn't look like it's Google Maps. May na-encounter tayo last time na application for navigation na hindi Google Maps at napagkamalan kong Google Maps. Pero this one, it doesn't look like it's Google Maps. Another cool thing about this big infotainment here is that nati-change yung orientation niya. You can do it by pressing this one. Oh, so from landscape, naging portrait, right? And then there's another button here. Pag press mo, babalik siya sa landscape. Cool, di ba? Ako, for me, in my experience driving, the advantage of that is kapag nasa maps ako. Mas gusto ko kapag ka naka-vertical yan or naka-portrait kasi I get more visibility of what's ahead. Kasi papunta doon, di ba? So, mas gusto ko kapag ka ganyan. Nice! And then, etong napaka-cute, nakakatuwang instrument cluster, how I wish na siguro mas malaki-laki siya. Medyo add a few more inches, maybe a couple more inches, pero baka hindi na rin proportionate. But one thing that I really like about it is that nakakonect siya dito sa steering column. So when you adjust the steering to your comfortable position, it goes with you. Kasi ako, of all the years that I've been driving, every time I drive a new car, I mean new to me, if it's somebody's car. So, syempre mag-a-adjust ako ng sitting position. And one of the things that I adjust is the steering wheel, di ba? Kapag nandyan yan, medyo nalilimit yung adjustment ko kasi nahaharangan yung view ko. Ito, it's so nice kasi typically gusto ko mababa, sumasabay siya. So, hindi na-obstruct yung view ko sa instrument cluster. Alright? And, pwede na rin, I like the resolution, maganda rin naman yung layout ng UI niya. It's very clear, minimalist. I can see basically the information that I need to know, I need to see while driving. Yeah, okay na rin naman. Pero I think, yeah, siguro nitpicking na lang ako. Konting laki pa siguro, pwede pa. So down here, ito na nga yung malalaki niyang aircon vent and ayan yung pang close and open. I think it's very convenient kasi parang kahit saan ka humawak, madali lang siya i-divert yung flow ng air and it's easy to close and open. Mahina ako in terms of arts and creative thinking. So, ang magagaling sa ganyan yung mga girls ko. So, I asked my wife kung anong nakikita niya dito, knowing that itong ang Atto 3, ocean yung concept. Sabi niya parang shells daw to. Tama ba? Parang shells daw. So, medyo. Anyway, so, ayan. Aside from that, so meron ka ditong wireless charger and nakakatuwa to parang, you know, the controls for the airplane sa aircraft, di ba? Parang ganyan. So, obviously, this is an electronic shifter. Andito yung start-stop. I really think na yung start-stop button, all car manufacturers should start putting it somewhere here in the center and stop replicating yung location ng manual key. 'Di ba? Parang nasanay kasi tayo na dito nagsususi. I think maganda na nandito na talaga ang start-stop button dito sa center. And then there's your hazard button and then your parking sonar sensors. You can turn them on and off. This is your rear cross traffic alert. This is your auto hold. And then ito for the AC. O, di ba? Nice. Meron ka pang control ng AC dito. And then this is the drive mode, yung ginamit natin for to change the mode from eco mode, normal, and then sport. Medium-sized cup holders here, and look at this. This is my first time to see this. So may pang-adjust ng level. So if this is too deep for your coffee cup, ayan nga naman, mahirap kunin, you can use this para umangat siya ng konti. Nice and nifty. Okay, and then here, medyo mabigat buksan and it's sturdy. Ayan. And you have ample space here. Meron ba tayong secret space? Meron konting secret space dito. Pwede ka magtago ng mga secret items mo. So there is no AC vent. There is no USB charging ports. And then here sa ilalim, ayan meron ka pang parang tunnel dito, some more storage. And let's see, ayan, meron kang USB-C, USB, USB-A, and then meron ka pang 12-volt socket dito. Nice. So, pwede ka pang maglagay ng jack ng mga devices dito. Like for my case, I can put my cameras here while driving, nagcha-charge. And, I don't know what else. Eyewear case, power bank. Ayan. Nice. And then up here, yung visor, tingnan natin. Nice, may LED nandito sa taas. Will it close kapag hindi ko to close? Oops! Yeah, nag-close. So if you close this, magka-close din siya. So dalawang switches niya. It's probably somewhere here dito sa hinge. Sa passenger, for my wife, ayan, meron din. The same. Nice. And then up here, again, meron ka ditong touch button na indoor lamp or map lamp. And then, nandito yung controls mo for the sunroof. Nice. And then, down here sa glove compartment, slow open ba siya? Hindi. Pero, may ilaw din. Ayan. Nice. So, for the premium model, meron siyang roof rail. It looks like silver chrome. More of aluminum yung finish niya. And then, I also like this chrome. And what's really interesting is this design here. Honestly, again, hindi nga ako very creative. I had to ask my wife kung anong sa tingin niya itong design na to. Again, considering na ocean nga yung concept. Sabi niya, mukha daw tong mermaid tail. Would you guys agree? Hindi ko siya naisip, pero after my wife told me about it, mukha nga naman no? Mukhang mermaid tail. Alright, dito naman tayo sa second row. May napansin lang ako when you open the door here at the back, parang medyo bitin yung opening. Siguro, mas maganda kung medyo nag-open pa ng konti. Medyo, I feel kinda masikip dito going inside. Pero, nitpicking na yun, konting issue na lang yan. Going inside, bago pa ako sumakay, napansin ko, eto parang extended, mahaba oh. So, anyway, ang ganda talaga ng leather. It's soft. Kanina ko pa napansin dun pa lang sa unahan. This was my driving position. Ang luwag-luwag. I have 2.5 fists here. Tapos, sakto lang yung position dito. I can rest my elbow comfortably. Maganda pa yung headroom. Malayo to sa shoulders ko. And, ang ganda ng space for a third passenger here in the center. Walang tunnel, ang lapad ng space, like I mentioned kanina, ang haba ng wheelbase niya, and that's the comfort that you will get. Pag sobrang haba talaga ng wheelbase, ang laki-laki ng legroom mo dito. And because of that, long wheelbase nga, like I said, na-occupy nito yung buong space in the middle between the front wheels and the rear wheels, na-occupy nung battery. Kaya maganda rin yung range. Again, 480 kilometers for the premium model. Anyway, going back here sa loob, ayan, ang luwag-luwag. Oh. So, ayan, meron ka ulit dito yung kakaiba nilang design ng aircon vent. So, for the two passengers, dalawa dito. And then you have USB-C, USB-A charging ports, and meron ka rin storage dito. Alright? And then, let's see here. Very comfortable, 3 passengers of my size. Maybe kahit medyo malaki pa sa akin, komportable dito, even on long drives. You can put your cell phone here. Ayan, dalawa yan. And for the kids, if they have iPads, pwede mo ilagay dito. So, there's a headrest for the third passenger. And kung dalawa lang kayo, ayan, meron kang 2 cup holders here. And you can comfortably rest your elbow here. Another thing that I noticed, pag upo ko dito, sa left or even sa right, I'm just trying to sit here sa middle just to enjoy the view. Pero for some reason, iba yung pagkakagawa nila nung the dimensions of the windshield and the side mirrors and the panoramic sunroof. Parang maaliwalas, you know. I can feel the ocean concept ng BYD for this car. I know, for some reason, parang hindi claustrophobic, parang ang dami mong nakita outside. And I like it. And like I always say, bias ako talaga kapag black yung headliner. And here, ang ganda pa ng indoor lamp, LED. Touch yung switch niya. The backrest is split into 60 and 40. Ayan. Ayan. And you have all that space. Tingnan natin naman yung trunk. And then here at the trunk, hindi nga lang siya automatic tailgate. Meron kang tonneau cover that you can remove. Ayan. Like that. Madali lang tanggalin. So, you have all that space if you are going to need a lot of cargo to load. So, ito yung bag mo for your charging cables. And you have some storage here with some may basket to secure your kung ano man ang mga gusto mong ilagay dito, both left and right. And then dito at the bottom, ayan, may cover and pwede mo siyang iangat. Alright? So, magle-level na siya dun sa backrest ng second row seats mo. So, if you need this flat surface, ayan. Pero, what's under this? Meron ba siyang spare tire? Ayun. Yun nga lang, wala siyang spare tire. Meron kang tire repair kit. So, this one looks like a compressor and early warning device, and ito yung tire repair kit mo. Early warning device, and what's this? Oh, yung pang tow hook, and I'm not sure what this is. Ayan, so yeah, unfortunately wala siyang spare tire. So guys, this is the AC charging. This comes free when you buy a BYD EV. Okay, so ito yung i-install mo sa bahay. Okay, ito yung AC charging. Tapos meron kang circuit breaker dito. I-connect mo na yan sa wiring ng bahay mo. And this is the one that goes to your car. Ayan. So, meron kang holder dito. Medyo mahaba siya. So, I would say 1, 2, 3, mga 5 meters, no? 5 meters. Guys, take note, sa iba, you have to purchase this separately. Sa Tesla, if I remember it correctly, you have to buy it separately. Dito sa BYD, it's free. And aside from that, meron pa silang isa pang pang-charge, yung portable, na may sasaksak mo lang sa regular na saksakan sa bahay. I'll show that to you later. And by the way, so yeah, yung unit itself is free. Yung installation nito, you have to pay. So kung meron kang trusted na electrician that can do it for you, sa kanila mo ipagawa. Pwede rin naman kay BYD, but you have to pay. Kasi meron silang in-house na certified technician that can do it for you for a fee. Okay? And then, pwede ka rin bumili nito separately kasi if you have 2 or more houses na you travel, in between, you might want to have another charging equipment like this. Pwede ka rin bumili. Kaya lang right now, hindi pa available yung pricing. So, later siguro, pa nag-inquire kayo kay Sir Steve, baka available na yung price. So, ito yung charging mga equipment niya, charging cables. May maganda siyang bag. And then, just for a quick demonstration, guys, this is what they call as V2L, meaning vehicle to load. Ibig sabihin, yung vehicle, yung EV mo, yung BYD Atto 3 mo, ang gagawin mong source ng electricity. Meaning, pwede mo siyang saksakan ng mga equipment. So, for people like us na mahilig mag-camping, pag naubusan ka ng juice doon sa power bank mo, pwede kang dito kumuha ng kuryente sa EV. Alright? So, sasaksa mo lang ito doon sa likod and then, meron kang power strip. Ayan. So, gaano kalaking wattage ang pwedeng isaksak? Electric fan, rice cooker, kaya, what do you call that? Yung mga mixer, let's say oven, mga ganon, microwave, masyado mataas no? Yeah, so yung mga low wattage lang, yung mga typical equipment na ginagamit mo for camping. So, ito yon. This is free. And then, ito naman yung portable cable, they call it the portable cable na pwede mo itong isaksak sa regular na saksakan sa bahay. But guys, take note, kailangan merong ground. Okay? So, karamihan kasi sa atin, di ba, mga Pilipino, kuminsan nga, pag bumili tayo ng appliance, pag dating sa bahay, ay, wala palang ground dito. Ang ginagawa, tinatanggal yung ground dun sa biniling appliance para lang magamit. Ito, hindi mo pwedeng tanggalin yung ground, hindi gagana. Alright? So, sealed pa to. Meron tayo ditong sample ng naka-open na. So, ayan. So, this one goes to, saan nga bang saksakan ito? Dun sa front, no? Ito, ayan, goes here. And then, meron siyang parang adapter dito or transformer. And ito ngayon ang isasaksak mo sa bahay. Again, kailangan merong ground. Alright? So guys, I've been talking to Sir Steve kanina and I was trying to identify what car does this Atto 3 compete with directly. Sabi niya, wala raw talagang direct competition silang masasabi. So, just in my own opinion, I'm comparing this based on the cars that I'm familiar with. I think if I'm in the market for a Toyota RAV4 or a Honda CR-V and maybe a Toyota Yaris, kung nasa ganong size ng car ang hinahanap nyo right now, I would seriously consider this BYD Atto 3. Like I mentioned kanina, this is a little smaller than the RAV4, smaller than the CR-V, but bigger than the Mitsubishi X-Force, and about the same size ng Toyota Yaris HEV, na is also about similarly priced. Mga nasa 1.498 yata yung Toyota Yaris, and this one, well, this is the premium, 1.798. The dynamic, the lower end, is 1.598. Pwede mo nang i-compare sa Yaris. More expensive lang ng 100,000. If you are driving most of the time within the metro, I think okay na to, considering that the range is 480 kilometers. Ang laki ng battery niya. Inoccupy niya yung entire size or entire length ng wheelbase. Almost the entire length of the wheelbase. Pinakita ko naman sa inyo kanina. Under the car, ang laki-laki ng battery. And with the infrastructure around Metro Manila, already improving. SM Malls, Ayala, providing free charging. Yung Shell naman is also providing electric charging, pero hindi ko lang sure kung nagcha-charge sila. And then like I mentioned kanina, meron na ring Evro, EVRO application where you can search for available charging stations. Some are free, some are for a fee. So I think it's already time to transition. Okay? Honestly, personally, kami, I am already seriously considering yung next car namin after the Everest and the Subaru, baka mag-EV na kami. Later, I might sell one of them. Yung kapalit will probably be an EV. Typical concern is the range anxiety natin. I think, for example, kung kami uwi ng Bicol, I just need to plan properly. Somewhere in between, may mga Shell stations, may mga SM Mall na nagpo-provide ng charging. I just need to plan kasi kung 482, for example, Manila to Legazpi is about 480 kilometers. So, siyempre, hindi ka sasagad doon. Somewhere in between, mag-charge ka. And pagdating mo nga sa probinsya, meron namang pang-charge sa bahay. And I think this is already the time to transition. Nag-umpisa nang bumaba ang presyo. For 1.598, meron ka ng full EV. Alright guys, I hope you like this video. As always, drive safe. Bye. For additional information, for any inquiries that you might have, feel free to reach out to Sir Steve dito sa BYD BGC. If you like this video, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are also on Facebook. Please like and follow our page.